So here's a quick look at the Haslab Unicron versus the 01 Cell Studio Unicron. If you're looking at these pics and knew these were the same size, how could you pick the one on the right versus the one on the left? But unfortunately, there's a ton of YouTubers out there that are pushing the Haslab Unicron as the better of the two. I know part of it is because it's a Haslab and it's like such a huge feat or whatever, but you look at some of the videos, like when I was deciding on which one to purchase myself personally, I wasn't around collecting 3 years ago, or I hadn't started collecting again until 2022. So when this came out, it really was an option to get the Haslab. So now that this one is back out, the Cell Studio decided to look into it again and figure out which one I was going to get. But I can tell you, just looking at the picture, I have a hard time looking at that Unicron with that huge stand that you pretty much have to use. Every video I've watched has the stand in it. And then, look at the kibble around it. Look how, you've got all the spikes hanging off the back of it. I can't really believe that that's what a dream project was that was what in the product was. And Cell Studio, yes, it's knockoff. And, so you don't have the transformer, the Hasbro name behind it. But I can tell you, just looking at the pics, that's kind of, to me, like almost a no-brainer, price aside, size aside. But I just want to just kind of just touch on that before I got into the video. All right, thanks. Hey everyone, this is Ultra Runner. Welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to do a quick, just kind of look at the 01 Studio Cell Unicron. I've got them here with a few of the Hasbro Studio Series 86 Transformers, and if you guys know and watch the channel at all, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Studio Series 86, and I will be picking up every one of their units, except for the core class repeating units. Like I don't have core class Ratchet or Iron Hand like that at all, but I do have like Wheelie and stuff like that. But I just want to have a few out here, just going to give you guys an idea of scale. And just in relevance to the 01 Studio Cell Unicron. Now, I really was looking at getting the Haslab because I found a few that are a pretty good price, even on eBay. And I can tell you, the one thing I've seen in all the reviews I've watched is that Unicron with all that kibble, all of the parts form, and the fact that you can, Prime First from did a video, I'll link it in the description, where he literally took it apart and took the whole planet off of him and made a planet in a separate Unicron, which is, in any other situation, we'd be bashing that like crazy, talking about how part forming is such a bad thing, but, a lot of people are not saying it about the Haslab once they got it. Before they got it, different thing, but since they've gotten it, that's really been the key. But I can tell you, now that this is back, they've got it available on Big Bad Toy Store, and Show Z actually has the Cell Studio in stock as well. And for about $300, this thing looks amazing. You look at accuracy, looking here at the chest. And I'll try to put an image up too. But if you look at the when Unicron first transforms, the big thing with the Haslab Unicron was like, oh, well, he's asymmetrical. Well, Unicron wasn't asymmetrical when he first transformed. He was symmetrical, just like this. The circles on his chest. Yes, there was a lot more detail on him early on, but of course, later on, a lot of the detail was away when they were zooming away from him. He has, a little bit of, some concerns around some of the accuracy as far as the horn shape and things like that. But, he's got the moving head. He's got the opening mouth. And I don't like the Haslab. If I can get this to open up, actually. His mouth opens and his teeth are painted. Which is crazy to say. It's something that expensive. They didn't even paint all the teeth. He does light up, and I don't have any LR44 batteries to do, but I'll do that. And maybe just do like a little short on that. But overall detail, and the other complaint was he wasn't fun to transform. Well, I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't transform my Transformers like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times or every day. Maybe some of these they'll do. Maybe some of you guys do. I don't. Typically, I get them to one state and I'll leave them unless I'm going to change the scene a little bit. So for me, it being fun to transform is not huge. And this guy has never been transformed into planet form. I just picked him up a few days ago when I put the short out, and he will never be in a planet form. Maybe I'll buy a second and put that one in planet form, but I don't care about his ability to transform. I just want him to stand on the shelf and look great. And, and yes, he's not as big as a Haslab, but nothing's going to be in scale at all. So this is definitely a great alternative for you guys who are looking to get just a tremendous looking Unicron color and build and quality. Look at that. There's no kibble hanging off at all. This planet's not hanging off the back of him. He doesn't have any spikes hanging off of him. They're rail spikes. He's just super, super clean. And I'll try to get around the back of him so you guys can see here. But even the back, that is Unicron from the movie. Just super, super clean. And this is definitely a great alternative for you guys who are looking to get a good Unicron and you don't want to really spend the money on the Haslabs. There's a good chance Big Bad Toy Store might get some more like they did with some of the other Haslabs we've seen come back, but they'll probably be, $1,500, $1,600 or whatever. But this one here, side by side, I'll try to put a side by side picture in comparison so you guys can just take a look at it. But this is definitely worth getting, and for the price, you're not going to be disappointed with it. Just a great unit, like saying here, just kind of give them a size. That's, Hot Rod and the new blaster. That's the A6 blaster. That's the Dead Prowl. That's Studio Cell Ultra Magnets. And then there's Scourge and 2 of the sweeps. So like I say, if you really kind of look at him size-wise, on the shelf, this guy's got a good presence. Could he be bigger? Yeah. Could you probably fudge it a little bit, maybe by putting him on a pedestal or whatever and get him a little higher up. But honestly, when I do my shelf remodel for my office, I'll make sure I do that tour and show you guys. But this is pretty much all you need. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got any questions, comment down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And we're almost near 500 subs. And so once we do that, we will be giving away the Glavis Ring World Mandalorian from Star Wars The Black Series. So definitely make sure you go to that video and like and comment. And you have to be subscribed, of course, to enter. And I will also link that in the description down below. But again, you guys have a good one. Appreciate you coming by. Later.